Both 能 and 可以 translate to can in English, but they mean completely different things in Chinese. Learning to distinguish them is crucial for natural, correct speech. Our first core distinction is that 能 signifies ability. Think of it as I can do it, because I have the skill, strength, or capacity. It focuses on what you are capable of doing, about your physical or mental ability, and whether you have the power or skill to do something. The key question for 能 is, do you have the ability? For example, 我能做这个 means I am able to do this, or I can do this because I have the ability. On the other hand, 可以 signifies permission or this means I can do it because I'm allowed to or it's possible. It focuses on what you are permitted or allowed to do, about rules, permission, or possibility, and whether something is acceptable or possible. The key question for 可以 is, are you allowed to? Is it possible? For instance, 我可以做这个 means I may do this, or I can do this because I'm allowed to, or it's possible. To decide which to use, ask yourself, what kind of can is it? Is it about ability, such as skill, strength, or capacity? If so, use 能. This means, can I do it? Translates to, do I have the ability? Is it about permission, such as rules, allowance, or possibility? Then use 可以. Here, can I do it? Means, am I allowed to? Let's look at some practical examples to solidify your understanding. For physical ability, 我能搬这个箱子 means I am able to lift this box. We use 能 because it's about having the physical strength to lift it. When asking permission, like 我可以用你的电脑吗? Which means, may I use your computer? We use 可以because you're asking if you're allowed to use someone else's property. For mental ability, 他能说3种语言 means he can speak 3 languages. This uses 能 because it's about his skill and ability to speak languages. Regarding school rules, 学生可以在图书馆里学习 means students are allowed to study in the library. 可以 is used here because it's about what the rules permit students to do. Another physical ability example, 我能跑得很快 means I can run very fast. This uses 能 because it's about your physical capability and speed. When asking about permission, like 你可以在这里抽烟吗? Which means, are you allowed to smoke here? 可以 is used because you're asking about rules or permission regarding smoking. For skill or talent, 她能弹钢琴 means she can play piano. This uses 能 because it's about her musical skill and ability. For future possibility, 我们可以明天去公园 means we can go to the park tomorrow. 可以 is used because it's about whether it's possible or allowed to do this. Now let's address some common mistake patterns to help you avoid them. It's incorrect to say 我可以游泳 if you mean I can swim because you have the ability. This sounds like you're asking permission to swim. The correct way is 我能游泳 meaning I can swim because I have the ability. Similarly, it's wrong to say 我能用你的手机吗 if you're asking permission. This sounds like you're asking if you have the ability to use it. The correct phrase is 我可以用你的手机吗 meaning, may I use your phone? To ask permission. Let's also look at the negation differences for both terms. 不能 means cannot or unable to. For example, 我不能搬这个箱子 means I cannot lift this box because I don't have the strength. 不可以 means not allowed or cannot. For instance, 你不可以在这里抽烟 means you are not allowed to smoke here because it's against the rules. Here's a quick reference checklist to help you decide. When you see a sentence, ask, is it about physical strength or mental skill knowledge? If so, use 能. Is it about asking permission, rules or regulations, possibility, feasibility, or willingness, politeness? Then use 可以. To help you remember, think of a memory anchor. 能 means need ability, focusing on physical or mental power, strength, skill, and capacity. 可以 means keep the rules, focusing on permission, possibility, approval, and allowance. Let's try some practice scenarios to test your understanding. Scenario 1. You want to know if your friend can swim. You would ask, 你能游泳吗? Scenario 2. You want to ask if you can borrow a book. You would ask, 我可以借你的书吗? Scenario 3. You want to say someone is good at math. You would say, 他能做数学题. Scenario 4. You want to ask if parking is allowed here. You would ask, 这里可以停车吗? Master this distinction, and you'll sound much more natural in Chinese.